Hi everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. My name is Emily, and on today's video I have some updates on my recent handbag fails. I have an unboxing and a reveal, so stick with me. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you're having a good week. I'm having a wonderful week on PTO. I've spent all week at home being domestic, and I'm loving every second of it, you guys, okay? And I think my cats are loving every second of it too. You can't see her, but Delilah's right out of frame. She's right here. Okay, right next to me. So on today's video, I'm gonna be updating you on my recent handbag experiences. The first one being with my Gucci small Ophelia tote that I had originally bought from the Real, so I'll update you on that. And my second update will be regarding my Louis Vuitton Meowgram all-in GM. Let's get started with the Gucci small Ophelia tote. Here she is in all her glory, you guys. She's so beautiful. Let me spin her around for you in case you hadn't seen her yet. If you haven't seen this unboxing, I will link it at the end of the video. So I purchased this bag in August from the Real at the end of August, and I was really happy to find it because actually this is a canvas that I really love, and I had already tried two other handbag styles with this canvas that did not work out for me. They were too small, so this is my third style that I was trying to find the perfect fit for me in this gorgeous canvas that I already have in a pair of Jordan loafers from Gucci. So I saw it on the Real. I had never ordered from the Real, and even though I had heard a lot of horror stories on YouTube, I also follow a YouTuber. Her YouTube channel name is Pretty in Pink Bags. She orders a lot from the Real, and she, until recently, I had not seen that she had an issue with the Real. She actually did have an issue recently. If I'll link her channel down below, and I'll link her video down below as well. And so she, I kind of felt like, okay, they have a refund guarantee. I'll purchase that as well, and let me try them for the first time. Oh, you guys. I mean, what a disaster. They sent me the bag for some reason with a plain piece of paper tied around here that scrunched the bag, and it was like an immediate return for me. I just don't understand. It was, if you watch the video, you'll see it was completely pointless for them to have pretty much ruined the shape of the bag with their terrible packaging. So I thought to myself, well, I bought the refund guarantee, which is ridiculous in the first place, because if you're a reputable company, you should have a good return policy. Stand by your products and have a good return policy. There's no reason why you should have an additional charge, which is hefty. It's a 10% charge. So this bag was $1,400. That means that my insurance premium to purchase the return guarantee was $140. Okay, there's no reason why you should tack that on to the sale of the bag. If you have good authentication practices, there's no reason why the consumer should have to pay an additional amount to guarantee that bags will be returned. That's no way to conduct business, in my opinion. But anyways, the moment that I finished recording my video of that Real unboxing, I reached out to them via their instant message. I told them I wanted a full refund because they screwed up the bag, and I didn't see why I had to pay the extra $140 to get my money back. So I paid like 15, I think it was 1520, something like that. Okay, it was a little over $1,500 for the bag. And so they just asked, the Real just asked me, did you purchase the X cover? And I said yes. And they're like, okay, well, we'll message them for you. It's like, I had already done that, but okay, fine. So I didn't get anywhere with the Real other than them nudging X cover. I purchased the bag August 28th from the Real. Okay? By the time I received it and unboxed it and did my filming and everything, it was September 6th. Okay? It took like about a week to get to me. So it was September 6th when I did my unboxing and I filed my claim with X cover. September 9th, I received my label to ship it back to the Real, okay? And I had 3 days from the printing of the label to send this back. So the timeline is August 28th, I placed my order. I received the bag September 3rd. On September 6th, I did my unboxing and I filed my claim. Okay. September 9th, X cover sends me a shipping label to send back the bag. Okay. And then from September 9th, I only have 3 days to ship the bag. Okay, so thank goodness I wasn't traveling or something like that, because if in 3 days you don't ship back the bag, you don't get a refund, which is ridiculous, because if I spent an extra $140 for a refund guarantee, they shouldn't just give me a 3-day window. That's ridiculous. Okay, so September 12th, I sent back the bag. The bag was received September 16th. Okay, and I did not get an update on the bag for 12 days. Okay, I had to call 11 days later. Okay, I messaged the Real wanting an update, and I guess they nudged X cover, and the next day is when I received a text from them saying that there was an update on my account, which was that they were going to refund my money. And the only good thing about X cover that I found was that the money came in like a matter of minutes. Okay, they give you an option to either wire your refund or get paid via Venmo, which is what I did. It does have a fee, but it's like a couple percent. Okay, so I the fee was like $2, so that wasn't a big deal to me. But I'm telling you, it was like within 5 minutes I had my money, and within the same day my money was in my, I transferred it out of Venmo and it was back into my account within the same day. So that part of it was good. But let me tell you something. I will never, ever, ever they say never, but this time I will never, ever buy anything from the Real again, because it is ridiculous. If I'm paying for a refund guarantee, there is a level of expectation that I have, and they did not meet it. So I will never buy again from the Real. That's it. I know everybody's experiences are different. I too have had experiences with other companies that people really don't like working with, and I have never had a bad experience. So, you never know, but this was enough for me. So, why do I have this bag? Well, the same day, literally the same day that I filed my claim, because I really like the bag, right? So the same day I filed my claim, I searched for the bag on the internet. I found it brand new from Dallas Designer Handbags. Okay, I will link them down below. I found it brand new from Dallas Designer Handbags for almost $500 less. So even with paying the refund guarantee that I never got back that money, I'm still almost $500 less than what I paid for in the Real. So this was a great value. The bag came beautifully packaged. I wish I had taken pictures, but curiosity got the better of me. I didn't even take a picture, but I should have, because it was packaged as you would expect. Okay, it was nothing fancy. It was just packet, wrapped in paper. It had its actually I have them right here. It had this you know this little Dallas designer handbag, the authenticated pre-loved luxury, their information right here, some some information about selling bags, a little thank you, your typical things that you would expect to receive in a box. But one thing is for sure, these handles were so well wrapped that they maintained them just like this. The handles were not bent at all. Look how good those handles are. Okay, and that's because the handles were wrapped in paper and tape so that it could maintain the shape of the handle. You hear that? That's Delilah ripping paper right in front. Ripping the papers I just showed you. Right in front of me. Delilah! Delilah! Delilah, is that lady like... Look what happened. You think that's fair to Dallas designer handbags? She's so cute. Mama, you're so spoiled too. Anyways, you guys, she's a character, and I let her do whatever she wants because that's the life I live. It's all about the cats doing whatever they want. So, anyways, you guys. So, I checked out Dallas designer handbags. They had wonderful reviews. I go to Dallas a lot for work, so I've wanted to check them out in person for a long time. I just never got around to it because, I'm working there, so usually I'm on a time crunch. But anyways, so I felt confident in ordering from them. They have a good return policy as well. They kind of remind me of Yugi. Guys, I don't know if you can hear Delilah ripping the papers. I'm sorry. But anyways, they kind of remind me of Yugi. It was a great, wonderful first experience with them, and I look forward to buying more handbags from them. But having said all that, I learned from my experience with the Real. Like I said, I put the cross on them. I will not be buying from them again. Definitely would buy from the Dallas designer handbags again. I've used this bag a couple times already, and I love it. I actually went to the mall with this bag. This is a bag that I was wearing the day that I bought my all-in GM at Louis Vuitton. I was wearing this bag, and let me tell you, I thought it was gonna be kind of a pain to take shopping, but not at all, guys. I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait to use it again. I distracted Delilah with food, so she's not here ripping papers anymore. But anyways, so in the last 6 days, I've left this house one day. Okay. Which just makes me so happy. My family has come a couple of times to visit. I made a delicious jambalaya for my mom and my grandma. The only time that I went out was the day I went to Louis Vuitton to return the all-in GM. Now, if you haven't seen that video will also be posted at the end of this video, okay? And so I, on Saturday, left the house. I couldn't believe it. It was like, I went like at 5:30, which 5:30, I don't leave the house at that time. But I wanted to get it over with already. So I left the house like at 5:30, went over to my nearest Louis Vuitton with the bag, and everything. I, walked in. They saw me all haggard because I was carrying this box going up and down the stairs and from the parking garage, and I must have looked terrible because the first thing they did was take the box and offer me water. But anyways, in that sense, the customer service was really great. The store that I usually visit, never have I had a bad experience customer service wise with that store. Okay, let me start off there. I went to Louis Vuitton. I told them, first of all, I have two issues with the bag. The first one is that this is a return, and they're like, how can it be a return? It just came out a week ago. And I'm like, it was a return, and I showed her the picture, which I'll put it up right now. I showed her the picture of how the bag came, okay? And I told her, and also there's an issue with the stitching, and she said, or maybe it's a glazing. The CA actually said it could be also an issue with the glazing. She saw immediately the puckering, the three ripples. The store manager was there, and she was busy with some other clients. So the CA tells me, okay, you want to wait a little bit? You want to take a seat and wait a little bit while we wait for the store manager to just, review this and approve the return, and we'll refund your money. Perfect. Great. So I was just walking around looking at bags. I had not been to that store, in over a year. Okay, well over a year. The last time that I went to that store actually was when I returned my birthday bag from last year. And if you haven't seen that video either, I will link it down below, where I purchased a bag in Hawaii, and I was sent a bag that was in such terrible condition that it took back my CA. They couldn't believe that I was sent that bag in that condition. So that was the last time that I set foot in that store. But anyways, I went walking around looking at things. I saw the Neverfull BB for the first time in person, and I had that bag on my wish list, and now it's off my wish list because I cannot believe how tiny that bag is for almost $3,000. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but guys, these prices are insane. But anyways, so I spent a few minutes walking around, and then the CA who was helping me do the return, she calls me over to finish the return process. Okay, great. Okay, we're gonna finish your transaction now. We're so sorry this happened, that you had this experience. Do you want to reorder it? I was unsure because of that discoloration that I thought the bag had, and turns out it's not discoloration, it's part of the canvas, I guess, to give it depth. That's what they told me. I also, since the store manager was there, and actually I've known her from other times that I've been to the store, right? I asked her if she could tell me if the bag was actually coated canvas or if it was fabric, and the store manager told me it was fabric. And when she said it was fabric, I was like, oh, wait a second. wait a second. Because when you touch it, it feels like fabric. That I had even asked the CA that helped me the week prior to purchase the bag. I had asked him if the on-the-go that I was looking for was fabric and not coated canvas. He said it was coated canvas. The website says it's coated canvas. The store manager at my local store says it's fabric. So when she said that, I was like, wait, I gotta think about this. Because I did want to reorder it because I love the bag. I really love the bag. And I was like, wait, I have to think about this. Because it is almost $3,600 for a fabric bag. I think that's a little much for me. So I was like, let me think about it. And anyways, there's a CA who's on Instagram who I mentioned her on my channel before, LVXVal. She's in Connecticut, and I've asked her a few times questions on items, and she graciously has responded to me. So I knew that if I was going to reorder the bag, I would want to reorder it with her. But like I said, when the store manager told me the bag was fabric, that kind of made me just, put a pause on everything and think about whether or not I wanted to actually reorder the bag, because I think that's too much money for a bag. If it was leather, yes, okay, but these bag prices are just too much. It's just too much. Like, it's not even coated canvas, it's fabric. I live in Miami. It rains here 6 months out of the year, pretty much, at least 5 months. Our rainy season is 5 months long. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, okay? That it rains most days. And I have to really think about this, I yes, I can spray it with Scotch Guard, yes. But it's like, what? And my brain just couldn't compute spending that much money on a fabric bag. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I was interrupted right when I was getting to the meat of my update. Okay, guys. So, as I was saying, the CA called me back, okay? And she was wrapping up my refund transaction. The store manager was there. I asked her about whether or not the bag was fabric or not, etc. And as I'm at the register finalizing the transaction, the store manager grabs the bag I had just returned, turned around, and put it on the shelf. She put a little one of those little alarm ribbons on it and put it back on the shelf. Surely for the next sucker who's gonna come in and buy the same bag, okay? Because I bet you anything that it's not there just for display. I bet you anything they will resell that bag with the defects, knowing it's defective. And I was appalled, you guys, okay? That left such a bad taste in my mouth that between that and learning that the bag was fabric, I just decided not to reorder then. You know, I've been going back and forth about it ever since, but I haven't reordered because I could not believe that they just turned around and put it back up for sale. Seeing the defects, knowing that this was the second time the bag had been returned, okay? I just couldn't believe it. And actually, I'm saying I couldn't believe it, but actually I did believe it. You know why? This is something that happened with Candi. I don't know which one of the Candi's videos. I'm gonna see if I find it. Or I might ask Candi which one it is so that I can link it for you guys down below. But it actually happened with Candi too. Candi went all the way. She drove 3 hours, okay, to make a return at her store. And the same thing happened with her. The person at the store just turned around and put it back on the shelf for sale after having been returned because it was defective. So yes, I could believe it. It happened to me as well. I did not say anything to the store manager or the CA because for what? They're not gonna listen to me. So, you know, hopefully the next person who came in realized that the bag was defective. But I just was like, wow. So that has left such a bad taste in my mouth, you guys. And it's like the dew is off the lily, you know, you guys. I'm like, will I ever buy a new bag at the store again? I'm not gonna say no because I'm sure something is gonna come up that I'm gonna really want a lot. And, you know, and I'm very impulsive. That's how I got the LNGM in the first place, you know. But guys, it's like I buy most of my bags pre-loved, but I know what I'm getting into when I buy my bags. Because I ask for pictures when I can, videos when I can, you know. So if it has anything at all wrong, I will see it. If I decide to purchase it, you know, I will accept it or not, or return it, you know. But I have a level of expectation from Louis Vuitton for bags that I buy new, especially at the price point they're at, you know. And they're just not meeting that expectation. This is not the only time. I've had a couple of other times where I've bought bags that were sent to me in bad condition, like the one I bought for my birthday last year. SLGs that were sent to me that you could clearly tell they were returned, you know. So it's just disheartening, you know. Like, I know it's first world problems, but it's like, man, I work dang hard for my money that I'm choosing to spend with Louis Vuitton. So I expect them to take care of me, and they don't, you know. Let me just say, I don't want to get into it too much, but I work for a very large company, and our products come at a premium, like Louis Vuitton. I get it. There's a premium, right? Our products also come with the expectation from the customer that we are going to be the gold standard because of that premium. And it's on us to live up to those expectations and exceed them. Okay? Why doesn't Louis Vuitton think of it that way as well with us, with their customers? Okay, their customers have a level of expectations because the exorbitant amount of money that we're paying for these items. Okay, I mean, how much do you pay for a canvas bag at a grocery store? $5. Okay, how much do you pay for a canvas bag with leather handles at Nordstrom? $100, and we're paying $3,600 for a canvas bag with leather. Let's be honest, it should be a given. If your consumer is paying a premium for your product, you should be doing your utmost to meet the consumer expectation and exceed it. And when something goes wrong, they need to make it right, and they don't make it right. you know they don't make it right. Well, I'm not gonna get a rebate or a refund or a free bag. you know Anyways, you guys, but why not? Because what did I do after I bought the bag? I went and I bought an SLG. So yeah, that's the other side of the coin. But it is Louis Vuitton's prerogative to run their business however they want, and it is my prerogative to spend my money where I want. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So I was like torturing myself for days and days and days, and I thought, let me ask LVX Val if the bag is in fact fabric or coated canvas. And what she said was that the bag is coated canvas, but it has a lighter coating than your regular coated canvas. So that is a very light coating because it feels like fabric to me. Okay? I have no reason to question what Val is telling me or to suspect that she's just giving me a line so I could buy it from buy the bag. I have no reason to think of any of that. So I'm gonna take her word for it, and okay, fine, it's a lightly coated canvas bag. Do I still want the bag? I think it's beautiful, but now that I've had a few days, I'm just like, I don't want to go there. I just don't think I want to go there. I don't know. Maybe, maybe the initial rush is over. Maybe my head is taking over instead of my heart. I don't know, guys, but I'm just like, I'm kind of torturing myself about the bag, guys, because I can't come to a decision. When I decide, forget it, I'm not going to buy the bag, I still keep thinking about it. I still keep wanting it. So I ended up buying something else, okay, as my consolation prize. Here it is. Okay. Look, Louis Vuitton, this is how a person should receive their package, not the way you send me that bag, okay? And this is an SLG, guys, okay? And look, somebody actually, I ordered it on the website, okay? So they took the time to send this to me with the ribbon tied. The other person sent me a $3,600 bag without the ribbon tied. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a picture right here so you can see what I received. But anyways, let's not dwell on the negative, you guys. Okay, why did I buy this? I really wanted something from the collection because I love my cats. They're my everything, and I just wanted something to commemorate them, So here's my little SLG. Let's open it up. Now, if you saw my video, you know that what I love most about the bag was the lining. So let's see what the lining is of this bag, okay? So, of course, here's the receipt. Maybe you already know what it is. I ordered the key pouch small in the Meowgram. See? That's cute. Let's open it up. Let's look at it first. This definitely feels like fabric, you guys. Here it is. You see how it looks splotchy? It's part of the canvas, you guys, okay? Every bag I saw, every SLG I saw had that as part of the canvas. Look, the tag is inside the item. Wow. Alright, so let me show this to you properly and stop making comments. Okay, So I ordered this because I really wanted the lining, you guys, and so let's show you her real quick. Here's the front. There's a cute little kitty pull tab. I love that. Here's the back. Here is the inside. There's the little Louis Vuitton patch. There's all the little mice and the one kitty. I wish it had both kitties, but it doesn't. And as you saw, oh, it does have the okay, you guys. It has both kitties, you guys. Okay, now I'm happy because now it has Delilah and Penelope in it. But here's a little pocket for your card. It has Grace Coddington's signature, Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France, and there's Delilah and Penelope frolicking. Okay, I'm happy now. You see, I'm happy now. This was not cheap, you guys. It was almost $700. But sometimes one spends money on things that bring us joy. And this brings me joy, you guys, because I have my little babies in there. And a future kitty to be named. And a bunch of little mices. So this is my first small key pouch. I had not bought one previously because I have a Chanel O case, which is about, pretty much this size. And, I use that to carry my AirPods and my charger, which is probably what I'm going to be using with this now in the fall and winter. Because my Chanel O case is peach, and that's my spring summer SLG for that. So this will be my fall winter. I already have one from Gucci that I love, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to share time, but anyways, guys, I'm happy with this. I was thinking, if it doesn't have the two cats in there, will I be happy or not? And I was disappointed at first, but then I was so happy when I saw them. So I'm happy with this. I think I'm happy where I am right now, not having reordered the bag, because like I said, okay, this is expensive for an SOG, but I can see this more than $3,600 for a fabric bag. If this is fabric, it's gonna live inside my bags. It'll be more protected that way. It's not gonna be exposed to rain or anything like that. So I'm good with this. And like I said, I bought the bag mainly for the lining, and this works for me, you guys. So yeah, you guys. So let me show this to you one more time. I took the stickers off. Isn't that so adorable? And the back of it says Louis Vuitton Paris on the back of it. When I first saw the collection come out, I had wanted this charm, which I couldn't believe I wanted a charm, but that's the item that most spoke to me, and unfortunately it's not available for ordering, at least not yet. I haven't seen it yet, and LV X-File told me that it wasn't available for pre-order or for ordering, so I don't know if it's gonna come out or not, but if it does, I may also get that other charm. We'll see. But I'm happy with this now. So I said that I had an unboxing and a review. So we did the unboxing already. Pretty much, you guys, I created my own bag tribute to my cats because I'm going to be using this SLG inside of this bag. Look how nice they look together. And this is a review of a DorlCrafted bag. This is my second bag that I buy from them. This is not an Hermes bag. This is a dupe for the Hermes in the Loop 26. I got it in the sage color. It is Clemence leather with Swift. The handles are Swift leather. The rest of the bag is Clemence leather. And where it would normally say Hermes, inside in the pocket, I had them stamp P&D, Penelope and Delilah. So this is my own kitty bag. Let me open it here. This will be my kitty bag with my kitty SOG, and right here, this will be my fall catagram inspired bag combo. Guys, this is my second bag from DorlCraft. If you guys are interested in this at all, I will put the information down below. It is not sponsored. I paid for this bag. I don't normally buy, well, I have bought dupes in the past. I don't buy the other kind, you know, the bad ones that start with an F. Okay, I don't buy those. But this is my second made to order dupe, and they're great quality, you guys. I mean, constructed beautifully. Okay, it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to carry this bag. I literally just got it, so I haven't carried her yet. But this is the back, this is the front. I love it. I love this little shape. You know, I love me a bucket bag style and a tote style bag, so I love this, guys. So but that's my fall combo, my fall kitty combo. And like I said, if you're at all interested in that, I'll just I'll put the information down below. But anyways, you guys, yeah, there are my 2 updates about my recent bag fails that turn into bag wins. Bag wins? Yeah, let's put it that way. SLG and bag wins, okay? So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, anything, please let me know down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate every single one of you. And from my baby Delilah and I, we'll see you soon.